What's up guys? Today we're going to be testing out makeup that TikTok made me buy, and these are not new trendy products. These are actually older classic drugstore makeup that I haven't thought about or tried in years. So I'm going to revisit these classic products and see if they live up to the TikTok hype. So let's go ahead and jump right in and get started. Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and start with eyes, and the product that TikTok didn't actually make me buy, this one I actually already had, but TikTok just made me decide to pull it out and use it again, is the NYX Ultimate Utopia palette. So this palette is actually huge. It has 40 shades inside, both matte and shimmer finishes. I really like the colors in here a lot. It's a colorful palette, but it's not overly bright or neon or anything. I feel like the colors are very wearable for most people. So I actually had to break up my swatches. I swatched the shimmer shades and then the matte shades separately. And I haven't tried this palette in so many years. I can't really remember how I felt about it. I know I wasn't crazy over the moon excited because otherwise it would have been in my regular rotation. But I saw someone do a look with this palette on TikTok that made me completely want to try it again. So let's take a look at that. And this video actually has no sound because on TikTok it had music behind it, and because of copyright I can't play that on YouTube, but you can kind of get an idea of the look that she's going for, and I thought this look came out so beautiful. She has hooded eyes just like I do, and I was just really inspired. I'm not sure 100% which colors she used in the palette, but I think I have a good idea. So it looked to me like she started out with this purple shade in her crease, and then she added the pink kind of above that to blend it out. Then it looked like she put a deeper purple matte all over her lid, like maybe this one here. And then she left the middle blank, and then she put this purple shimmer in the center. So I'm gonna try my best to go ahead and recreate this look. I don't know how successful I'll be, but I'm gonna start first with that purple shade that she kind of stamped into her crease like this. I kind of remember this palette being a little bit more on the powdery side, but it's been so long. I mean, this actually looks pretty pigmented. So that was the Sigma E25 brush, and now I'm just gonna blend this out with the BK Beauty 202. It looked like she had kind of put this purple one in her natural crease and then blended the pink above that. That's why I'm keeping this one a little bit lower. Then using the BK Beauty 201 brush, I'm gonna go into that pink shade and just blend that over the purple. This one is a little bit bigger and fluffier than the 202, so I like to use this one for blending and kind of shearing things out, although that ended up way more pigmented than I was expecting. So I'm just going to take a clean brush. This is the Rephr number 15. And just try to diffuse that a little bit because that is way more shadow than I was expecting. Next, it looks like she took that really dark purple matte and put it all over her actual lid. So she didn't go up into the crease, she just put it down a little bit lower. So I'm just gonna apply that with a pencil brush. And I'm gonna leave the middle of my eyelid blank to put that shimmer shade. So I'm just putting the deeper one, the outer and inner corners. And then to make sure the shimmer shade pops, I'm just gonna put a little bit of the NYX Glitter Primer on the center of my lid. So I'm just gonna dot this in the spot where I'm putting the shimmer shade. I'm not gonna put it all over because this is sort of sticky and it can pull up the shadow that's underneath. Okay, so just applying that deep purple shimmer. It almost has like some blue in it as well. It also looked like she used both the purple and the pink matte shades on her lower lash line, so I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna use the darker purple toward the outer corner and then run the pink one a little closer to the inner corner. All right, guys, so I don't know if I got it exactly perfect, but this is actually a little more makeup than I'm used to wearing, to be honest with you, but I just thought it looked so pretty on her that I wanted to try it for myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye, and I'll be right back. Moving on to mascara, I know that everybody right now is talking about the L'Oreal Telescopic Lift Mascara, which is brand new, and there was some recent drama over on TikTok about that, but I've also seen tons of videos talking about the original telescopic mascara from L'Oreal, and I haven't tried this one in many years. So let's take a look at one of the videos I saw.
On this eye, I have the $27 Luxe Mascara, and on this eye, I have L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara, which was only $10.99.
Look at this brush, instantly grow my lashes. I can't believe Telescopic is only $10. My lashes are literally touching my brows.
So did that not look absolutely incredible? It made me want to run right out and buy this mascara right away. So this claims to give you up to 60% longer lashes with intense length, and it also has a precision brush, which is really skinny, and I love those because I feel like they help to really grab your lashes. It's also supposed to remove very easily and no clumping, flaking, and it says that it's smudge free. So hopefully that is the case. So let's go ahead and try this out. I did notice that this has kind of more of like a wiggly brush like the Sky High from Maybelline. I know some people like those, some people don't. I definitely think, just based on the videos that I've seen, that this gives more length than volume. I personally like a lot of length because I feel like my lashes are already pretty thick. I don't need a ton of volume, but length I think just makes them look extra big. Okay, wow. So my lashes are not touching my brows like hers were, but she just might have longer lashes than I do. But my lashes are actually touching my hooded lid, which is kind of amazing. Hopefully you guys can see this length. I know it's a little bit more difficult with the dark eyeshadow behind it, but wow, the length that this gives is really insane. Okay, both eyes done. I am really impressed with this right now. I hope it doesn't smudge. I hope it doesn't smudge. If it doesn't, this is immediately going to the very front of my mascara drawer because I love the length that I got out of this. Let's talk about foundation. So I recently saw a lot of people on TikTok talking about the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Foundation. So let's take a quick look.
You guys, this foundation surprised me the most. So while there were many positive reviews like this
is my current favorite drugstore foundation.
The best drugstore foundation shade ranges that I've ever seen.
And for me, this gives me the perfect amount of coverage. It's the most perfect finish.
There were also many negative, especially people saying it left like white flecks on their face. So I was super anxious to try this out, but I gotta say it looked near perfect, and this was my favorite foundation I've tried so far. So don't get me wrong, I love researching new makeup, but makeup is not a one size fits all. So in the end, what works for you is what's worth the hype.
Okay, so first of all, I love her sentiment at the end there because it's so true. What works for one person, even somebody with the same skin type as you, just may not work for you for one reason or another. So when I went to the store to look for that one, I realized that they also had a hydrating version. And having really dry skin, especially it being winter right now, I kind of thought this might be a better fit. So even though this isn't the exact foundation that I saw in the video, that actually inspired me to try this one again. And I know that I have tried this one in the past, but it's been so many years now, I don't even remember what it was like. So this claims to be a smoothing foundation with a natural finish. It has a hydrating formula that's supposed to give instant and all day hydration. It also says that it has buildable coverage, and this color L4 actually has a pink tone, which I was surprised about because most foundations that I try look yellow on me, and I do have a pink undertone. So I was pleasantly surprised by the actual undertone of this color. So I'm just starting with one pump on the back of my hand. I'm going to use the BK Beauty foundation brush and just start applying it to the middle of my face where I have the most redness, and then I'm just going to blend it out to the edges. I'm not wearing any primer, by the way. I usually like to test new foundations just on bare skin. And then if they work on bare skin, great. If they don't, then I'll start to try out different primers to see if I can make it work. So it does feel really hydrating. And I would say just on this part of my face alone that I just put it on, it has pretty good coverage. Definitely a solid medium. And it seems to have a very satin skin-like finish where it has just that slight hint of a glow, but it's not glowy or dewy. And it's also not flat or matte looking. I also think this color match is really good on me too. Thankfully, this doesn't have a scent. I know sometimes CoverGirl puts that Noxema scent in their products, and that's what actually turned me off to their clean foundation. I absolutely love the way that one looks on my skin. It's so natural, but that heavy fragrance and the menthol in the formula irritates my skin. It actually makes me break out and look red. I don't mind the Noxema smell as much. It's just, I guess putting it all over my face just doesn't agree with my skin. So I'm very glad that this one is unscented and it's just blending out so beautifully. Let me just zoom you guys in so you can see a close-up. I think so far so good. It doesn't seem to be settling into fine lines. It gives my skin a nice healthy glow. It doesn't look thick or cakey. It's not clinging to any dry patches. So far, I really love this. I didn't feel like I had to go back in and add a second layer. I think it covered pretty much what I want it to cover. I'm gonna definitely use concealer after this, but I don't feel like I need a ton of it. Also, if I touch my face, it just feels soft soft. There's no stickiness, which sometimes foundations can leave behind. So it really just seemed to sink right into my skin. So this just seems to be an all-around great medium coverage foundation. Really love this so far. So sticking with the CoverGirl True Blend theme, I've also seen a lot of videos talking about the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer. I remember trying this back when it first came out, but it's been a couple of years now, so I definitely wanted to revisit it, especially after I saw this video.
So I got the CoverGirl True Blend. I always use a Maybelline Fit Me, but I want to try something new. So this is my skin condition right now. I have a lot of scars, so I just want to test it out on those. So far, I really like it. It blended into my skin really well and it matched my skin tone like almost perfectly.
So I love that she said that she usually wears Maybelline Fit Me concealer because I really love that one. So if she gave this an 8.5 out of 10, I figured I would probably like it too because I also like the Fit Me, but we'll have to see. This one has a larger doe foot applicator, especially compared to the Fit Me. And I got it in the shade Light Ivory. I believe this one is supposed to be a little bit more full coverage, almost like CoverGirl's answer to Tarte Shape Tape. But I remember liking this more than Shape Tape. So I'm hoping that that's still the case. I'm just gonna put a dot in the outer corner and the inner corner. I've also seen some videos on TikTok of people saying that this one brightens the under eyes better than just about any other concealer. Like that it kind of keeps its brightness throughout the day. So I'm just blending this out with a fluffy brush from Doll 10. This is their Perfecting Concealer Brush, and I actually had seen a tip or a hack on TikTok a while ago that I talked about in a video where if you blend your concealer with a fluffier brush rather than a dense brush, it just makes it look a lot more natural, and it really does. So I'm just gonna put a little bit around my nose. I think it blended really nicely around my eye area. It set right down. It doesn't seem to be settling into fine lines, but I'll definitely show you guys a close-up in just a second. But I really just wanted to look at the difference quickly between this side of my face where I put the concealer and this side where I don't have it. So I think this definitely brightens really nicely. My skin definitely looks a lot more perfected on this side. So I'm just gonna put a little bit over on the other side and then I'll show you guys a close-up. This concealer actually set right down, so I don't feel like I need to actually set it with a setting powder. If I had to find something good about having dry skin, I think that would be it. A lot of things just don't crease on me, especially if they're not a particularly greasy formula. But I like the way that this is sitting in my under eye area. I think it doesn't look cakey. It's not accentuating my fine lines or settling, and it has great coverage. I think that it canceled out the darkness around my eye area and definitely the redness on the rest of my face. So yeah, I'm definitely happy with it so far. I'll have to let you guys know down in the description box, or I'll pin a comment and let you know how these actually wore throughout the day and if I still like them by the end of the day, but hopefully I will. Next up, let's talk about blush, and here I have the Maybelline Fit Me blushes. So these have been around for ages and I really enjoy the Fit Me line, but for some reason I really don't think about the blushes that much until I saw this video. This is another video with copyrighted music, so I can't play the sound, but in this video she's using the shade Pink, and I love how it just brightened up her whole complexion and it looks really seamless and beautiful. So I went to the store trying to get the shade Pink and they were actually sold out, but I found this color instead. This is Plum, and oh my gosh, I actually like this shade even better than the pink one. I have tons of pink blushes, but I don't have a lot of plummy blushes that look this color. It's like a beautiful, almost like a dusty mauve shade, and I think it'll actually pair really nicely with the eye look that I have going on. So let's try it out. This is the round tapered powder brush from Profusion. Okay, so this is actually a bit sheer going on initially, but just build it up a little. Yeah, so this definitely takes a little bit of building, but I really don't want to go too crazy with my blush anyway because my eyes are a little bit more heavy today, so I want to keep the rest of my makeup relatively light. But this color is fantastic, and even though you do have to build these up a little bit, they look so seamless on your cheeks. I think this one is definitely worth a try, especially if you're looking for more of a plum or mauve-y colored blush, because they don't seem to be out there as much as like pink and peach. Those are everywhere. Next up, everybody is talking about these jumbo eye pencils from NYX, especially the white one. And this totally took me back to the beginning of YouTube when everybody that I watched used to use this as an eyeshadow base to make the colors really pop. And you could still totally do that. I think adding a white base under eyeshadow really does help just bring the colors to life. But the next generation of people on TikTok are actually using these in a different way. So let's take a look. All right, so you see here, she's actually using this as an inner corner highlight and then also on the tip and the bridge of her nose just to highlight her skin. And I think it actually looks really, really pretty. So I want to try that out today. I'm just gonna put a little bit like she did on the inner corner. I mean, it's definitely bright, but there's no shimmer to this pencil. This is a matte white. So she put like a little here, a little on the bridge of her nose, and then just kind of blended it with her fingers. I mean, honestly, that is super quick and easy. I don't know if it really made a big difference. You guys will have to tell me. I think it's definitely more of a subtle way to highlight versus adding a shimmery highlighter. So I thought that was kind of interesting as well. Next for lips, we have a product that I've actually never tried before, and I was so excited once I saw this video because this color is beautiful. The formula looks insane. So this is the Wet n Wild Mega Last High Shine Lipstick in the color Mad for Mauve, and oh my gosh, this just looks so juicy and hydrating. It's $2 on Amazon, and I love the mauve color. It's like a Your Lips But Better, but it also has that cooler tone to it, and so many lipsticks pull warmer on me, even if they look a little bit cooler in the tube. So I'm hoping that this will be like the perfect mauve lipstick. So let's try it out. Wow, okay, so this is so creamy. It really feels like a tinted lip balm rather than a lipstick, but this color is perfection. It's exactly what I was hoping it was gonna be. It's that perfect cool tone pink. It has a little bit of like a purple or lavender undertone, and it doesn't look warm or orange on me, which I love. I think the only thing is that it's not gonna be a long-lasting formula because it's so emollient and it's like a balm. I have a feeling this is probably gonna wipe off in 2 seconds when I go eat lunch. But having dry lips, I would definitely rather just reapply something throughout the day rather than have my lips look dry. So overall, I really liked everything that I tried today. Don't you love it when that happens? I am so excited about the Telescopic mascara. This lipstick is so beautiful. The Fit Me blush, this color is gorgeous. You do have to build it up. I don't mind doing that. The CoverGirl complexion products so far look really good. Perfect medium coverage in the foundation and a really beautiful skin-like finish. I also love the color and that it's more pink toned. This concealer really brightened up my face and hid everything that I wanted it to. It's not settling so far, so thumbs up for that. Even the NYX Ultimate Utopia palette, I was actually pretty surprised by how pigmented it was. I didn't really remember it being like that, but I had no issues with application, at least in the colors that I tried. And typically purples can be harder to work with usually. So yeah, I felt like the palette was really good too. I would say the only product I'm not sure if it really made much of a difference is the NYX Jumbo Pencil. I can see the inner corner highlights. I don't know if putting it on my nose really did anything, but I would also really love to play with this again and use it as an eyeshadow base and see how that works out. So I'm definitely going to be doing that. Anyway, guys, I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. Are you currently using any of these products? Are any of them favorites of yours? Or are you thinking about checking them out? I'd love to hear your thoughts and chat with you down in the comments. As always, if you're new here and you enjoy drugstore makeup and saving money on makeup, be sure to hit the subscribe button before you go. And if you have some time and you'd like to check out another video on my channel, I'll go ahead and put something right here for you to watch next. I want to thank you guys so much for clicking on this video and for spending time here on my channel. I really, truly appreciate it so much. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care, guys. Bye.